The internet infrastructure provider Cloudflare says it believes it has resolved a problem that led to outages on platforms including X, ChatGPT, and other internet features. Let's get more from Ali Ziai, professor of cloud computing technology at George Brown College. Professor, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Can you just remind us, what does a company like Cloudflare do? What is its business?
Sure. Cloudflare, Amazon, AWS, all these big, large corporations, these are the source and the home of internet. Basically, it shows that how reliance we are getting to these big companies. They are the providers of the services that we use every day. When we look at these companies, we see that how much dependency we have to these big ones. We are using their resources, their services day to day to provide to our customers to run our businesses. We use them for our business critical applications, all the way to productivity tools and services. Sometimes these outages will happen. It's not the matter of if, it's a matter of when. And the important factor is that how ready we are to face those challenges. When these outages happen, how ready our business is to quickly and gracefully switch to another solution and reduce the impact.
So we hear a lot about these hyperscalers, Amazon and Google, providing massive computing power for third parties. Yeah. It sounds like Cloudflare is in the way of a traffic manager in between the user and the hyperscaler. Apparently, if I go to Cloudflare's equipment and it can deal with my equipment, my question quickly, it's cached, it'll do that. But then if it's a more complicated thing, it'll go to the so-called origin server?
Correct. So they're basically managing the traffic, not the entire internet traffic, but yes, they are one of the major traffic managers and traffic providers over the internet. And the recent outage, not to keep it too technical and keep it simple, was as a result of a glitch that they found on one of the network's environments, which started to spike the traffic and affected the network on some parts and started to grow. These ones will happen again. We don't know how often or what is the interval that these things might happen. But the fact that we see the effect on every other provider shows how dependent to them we are. And the important factor would be our preparedness to jump and react based on those activities.
You know, given the complexity of what millions of people do every day on the internet and the way we can download video instantly, it's pretty amazing things don't break down more often, I think.
Absolutely. No, I wouldn't say they are breaking that too many times. I wouldn't blame any of these outages on any of the providers. They all are providing unbeatable, unmatchable redundancy, resiliency, and scalability and features. No one with unlimited supply of money can build something similar to that in the amount of time that we have left. The technology is evolving so fast, and they are relying on these complex technologies. So these things will happen. Sometimes it's the architecture, sometimes the technology limitations, and sometimes an honest mistake of as simple as forgetting to renew a certificate every 10 years. So these things might happen. It's not a blame for any of these providers. We had 3 incidents of 3 large organizations in the span of 1 month, AWS, Amazon, and now Cloudflare. Well, we don't know. There might be another one coming next, but we need to be prepared for that. It's the complexity of the technology. Sorry, it's a little bit hot in here. It's the complexity of the technology that sometimes causes it, and sometimes the easy faults. There's no fault of any provider, I would say. And the fact that they are providing this level of service is unbelievable. I'm always amazed and explain to our students that how difficult it is to keep these lights running. Lights are something that we never notice. We see the light is on, we say, okay, it's on, but there is an army behind the scene to work 24/7 around the clock to keep these lights running. That's the same thing with these big companies.
Tell us, what is it like working with the computing engineers of the future? Obviously, AI is turning your industry upside down.
Absolutely. This is actually super enlightening for us. It is the highlight of my career that I'm working with the future engineers and the future architects or tomorrow's cloud engineers. That's why we mainly focus on educating them on these technologies and making sure that they are ready to design, implement, manage, and maintain an environment that is resilient enough, at the same time ready to withstand any other future disasters. Today, there is an issue, technical issue. There might be a disaster issue sometimes happening in one region, hopefully not, but we know that the Mother Nature sometimes is not the fairest one. So we teach them how to be ready, how to design a solution that can withstand the disasters. How do we decide to put which applications? Should we use one cloud provider? Should we use multiple cloud providers? Should we put it in one region, multiple regions across the globe? These are the things that we work with the students. And with the AI, as you mentioned, it is absolutely helping a lot. I believe that with the help of AI, we are expediting everything dramatically. Now, what was taking us several hours before, now it's a matter of few minutes. And that's what the students actually are relying on. We're using it for automation. We're using it for automated monitoring and response. There is a lot that we can do, and there is a lot that still we don't know what else we can find. It's an evolving field, and AI is actually speeding it up.
And just give us an idea before we let you go. What the split between the sexes? Is it still mostly boys or young men in your class, or are you getting what percent would be young women? Can you give us a ballpark?
Sure, absolutely. I don't have the exact number.
No.
So at least here at GBC, we have approximately 60% of the students, 60 to 70% are male students
In computing.
In computing, yes.
Yes, sorry.
But interestingly enough, I see in every semester, I see a growth in the field, and I see that more female students are actually being attracted to the field. So now it is very enlightening for us. It's very great to see that more female students are actually starting to come to the field of IT. And now it's not that same old environment that was mostly male-dominated before.
That's interesting.
It's starting to change, which is amazing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because we need those women's skills. Thanks very much indeed,
Absolutely.
Professor. That was great. Thanks
Thank
very
you very
much
much
indeed
Thanks for having me.
joining us.